Is that happening?
I don't know. We're live! It's gonna happen. Wait, why am I on this side?
I don't know. It's a good question.
Because it's mirroring. So this is totally our wrong sides. I mean, I don't have a bad side, but...
I say if we switch, then I would have to sew and you would have to knit. Nobody wants that in life.
Nobody. That's not going to happen.
That is not going to happen.
What are you working on, Aaron?
I am working on the outline shell. Someone just joined.
How do you tell?
I see a number 1 next to... Someone's on here, but I don't know who it is. So state your name. Show yourself.
All right. Maybe they're projecting.
Projecting, yes.
So I'm sorry. What are you working on?
I am working on, and there we go. Hello from is NC. Hello,
Don.
D. I don't have my glasses on. Hello, D. How are you? Tell us what you're working on. What's going on?
Why are you talking like you're an old man?
Because I am an old man. I have to put on my readers in order to see what's going on.
Because you're calling long distance.
Hopefully, D can hear us. D, are you able to hear us?
I don't know. I think there's a delay.
Is there a delay?
Yeah.
Because we are FCC'd?
Yeah. So we're glad to have you, D.
We are glad to have you, but I'd like to know if someone can hear us or not. D Thompson, I'm good. Busy knitting. Shaw's, yes. Video and audio are great.
Yay! Thank you. D is now an engineer.
And Vicky Neal.
Nuh-uh.
Vicky Neal is here as well.
Shut the front door.
We are leaving that front door open so she can waltz her way right in. Vicky, how are you and what are you working on? Chris, how are you and what are you working on?
Oh, that's Mr. Blocker.
Yes. And Beth is here. Hi from Oregon. I can hear you. Woohoo! No, we were just sitting here. It's a gorgeous day, so we're inside, of course.
This is too much of a mess to.
This is an awful
try to
mess.
take it outside just yet.
Chip is working on his trinket quilt.
I am feverishly trying to get going on this.
Which is he's doing that. I'm doing some knitting before I do some yard work. So we just thought about going live just to see what everybody was doing and what everybody is working on. Vicky, what are you working on? Chris, what are you working on? Beth, what are you working on? We're just curious to know what everybody's doing. I'm great finishing a pair of socks so I can cast on Zuig and 3 quilts going. 3?
What? She's not very monogamous.
She isn't, but maybe she knows how to kind of multitask.
I see. That's the thing with this whole trinket thing, is that I just feel like I can't start anything else.
Yeah.
I have to do this.
You have what, a week left on this thing?
I have 2 weeks. No, I have until the 20th.
Was that 2 weeks away?
It's 2 weeks away.
Yeah.
So I need to make myself like 160 more blocks and assemble in 2 weeks.
That sounds like an awful lot to me. I think. And Chris is taking a break for camper renovation and knitting a pair of socks. I can't wait to see the camper. Not that maybe I ever will, but bring it by knit night some night.
Yeah, sure.
I was like, yeah, just park it
in
right
downtown
out there.
Seattle.
Yeah, you'll get some live-ins. And who will die in Game of Thrones tonight? Lulu, that's a great question.
Oh, that's a coworker.
That is?
Yes.
Nice. I don't know. Who do you think will die tonight in Game of Thrones?
Okay, so I can't answer as to who's going to die.
But who's not going to live?
Well, I don't know. I'm just confused.
I don't know. Yay, because parking that would be easy. All right, Beth says, I'm sitting on my deck with some sweet tea. I'm knitting on my Bits and Bobs scrap blanket by the Bakery Bears. That sounds like fun. And I'm sitting on my, she repeated it twice. So good, she had to repeat it twice. No, that's good. And sorry, I have to do this because I cannot see far away. Close up, perfection, far away. And then I have to get.
Isn't that how you met me?
Yes. I saw Chip from very far away. Then I was already invested. And 11 years later, I still take off my glasses when he walks in the door. I kid.
You come with jokes.
I do.
All right, I got a seahorse. A little seahorse in the center.
That looks fun. I am currently working on the outline shawl. It was a free pattern on Ravelry, and I don't remember the person's name, but I think it's the Hedgehog Fibers person or something like that. But I'm taking all my scrap yarn that I had from my Marled Mania sweater, if you remember that perfection thing, and I'm kind of putting it into this.
I love that.
And it's much more colorful than what the.
No, actually, it's really coming up good.
Oh, that was the stockinette or the garter side. This is the stockinette side, which probably you can't tell the difference. But once it's stretched out, it's going to look pretty cool. I just don't know how big to go with it. I probably need another whole thing of this in order to.
You need a king size
Shut up.
shawl for a king size man.
Thanks. So yeah, I'm really excited about this. It's just kind of taking a while. So yeah, it's the outline shawl, and my only gripe is I got to weave in all these ends. What happened?
Chris just made a Golden Girl reference.
Oh, Miami twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
Vicky says, "Oh my God, Aaron, that is so fabulous. Love the colors."
No, I do too. But yeah, I was like, I have all this leftover yarn from my Marled Mania sweater. Why not do something with it now while it's still fresh and in my head instead of just storing it away and it doesn't come around for many, many years.
Okay, so I'm looking at all of this
Mess.
Scraps that I'm accumulating, and it's like I'm now saving little pieces like this, like they're so meaningful.
Well, what would one do with scraps this small?
You might put it in a little circle gets a square.
Thank you, Jim J. Bullock. Yes. Because, yeah, you do have some of these colors, though, are really nice together. Like bows. And
Yeah.
I think everybody's going to be very impressed once this is finished. I know I will be impressed as well. And thank you, Chris. I know it's gorgeous.
Okay. Lulu wants to know, and she happens to live in downtown Bellevue. I just found that out.
Oh.
How do you decide the colors you'll choose for the yarn? It looks so good. Although the colors are unconventional.
So this is all Knit Picks yarn that I didn't have any sock yarn when I started my Marled Mania sweater. And
So you left the choosing of the colors to Knit Picks.
No, I chose them and they came to the house. So as far as the order that I'm going through is, I think I watched something a while ago. I think it was Arn and Carlos. Is it Arnie or Arn? I don't know. I always think it's Arn or Carlos, whatever. But they were doing something that they were just randomly picking things out. And they go, well, they're your colors, so you're already going to know you're going to like them, because why would you knit with colors that you don't like? So I have just been, here's my grab bag. So when I'm ready to change, I kind of just grab one of these, I throw it back in. If I'm ready, I grab another one, and I grab another one. So really, it's just a grab bag of goodies. The only one that I was kind of concerned about, I started to use this one for one stripe.
Which one?
The orange one. And I was like, did I screw this up? But you know what? I think it's all right. It's right here. It pops a lot.
I like it.
I think it's going to be
so
all
if
right.
you do that again somewhere.
Yeah, I'm probably going to do it again a little bit. This blue right here is the main color, so I'm going to use this the most. I just ran out of my first hank of this, so I need to wind up the other one, but all of it is random except for the blue. I knew I wanted this to be my main color.
So Victoria Hardwood, you did not miss anything. We just started.
Yes, we just started, and I just pulled some stitches off while I was speaking with people, and I'm mentally freaking out. But on camera, I'm going to be like, you know what? It's going to be okay. I'm just going to throw them back on.
Wait, relax. What? What happened?
Some stitches came off.
Well, how did you do that?
But speaking with you.
Well, you know what? I got a grab bag too. All my leftover chunks.
Come on. Don't make me get a crochet hook.
No, you got to go live and fix it.
That's what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Okay.
All right, so I'm currently working on a diamond. So I'm going to work with these two colors. Actually, they come across like they contrast, but they look too close. I might look for something a little lighter to go with that dark blue.
There we go. Okay.
It's Arna. That's how Carlos pronounced it.
Arna.
Arna.
Like Arna. Okay, thank you. I appreciate that. Other than that, I'm almost finished with my sweater.
Where are you going?
That I ripped back many times. And Mr. Chris is working on his as well, but he says he's put it on probation. But
it's complicated?
Yes. I am almost finished with my sweater, which hopefully by the time we podcast next, I will be able to show this and have it blocked. I just need to, so I finished the cuffs in this red color, which you probably can't see very well. Got this, and I'm going to put this yellow at the bottom. If anybody has, I'm a visual learner, so don't suggest things I got to read. I'm not into the reading. If anybody has a video that they would recommend for blocking a sweater, I would love that recommendation. You can either put it in the notes here, or you can send an email to fiberhustle@gmail.com. But I'm looking for your favorite tutorial for how to block a sweater, because again, it's a little tight in this area. So I think Sue from Serial Knitters said soak it even overnight just to really open it up, then block it. But I just kind of want to look at a tutorial about how to block that sweater. So do that.
So how long are you, I mean, like when you block it, are you supposed to get it like soaking wet?
Yeah. So most of the stuff I do block, I like shawls and stuff, I at least let soak about 30 minutes, then let it dry for a couple days. I'm assuming a sweater might take a little bit longer to dry, but we're going to have a little heat spell coming here. It's supposed to be up to maybe 80 degrees by the end of the week, which is just crazy. Yeah, I can't see that far.
Cool Knits, it's Mr. KCB. He said, hey, y'all.
Hi, y'all.
Late to the party, was catching up on Cool Knits' latest podcast.
Who's Cool Knits? Is that someone that you would recommend us watching?
He admitted it.
Well, he admitted. Well, I don't know. I've never heard of Cool Knits, so it's something that we should check out. We may die from the heat. Well, I hope we don't die from the heat, Chris. But
here,
it's gonna be like in the 80s. That's very rare for us. Except for last. You know what? It's not rare anymore. Last year we had that 90-degree weather and all that smoke, and it just wasn't. See, this is. I put all these stitches on, and now I'm confused how this is in the middle. It's like I got the Franks before the beans. I don't understand how that happens.
So when the Chris Blocker asked, so when the quilt is finished, will all of the vinyl models be modeling with it? What's a vinyl model? Oh, the pop caps? No. Actually, they could. They should. They should, have a comeback.
It's an idea. We're going to have to hang it from our neighbor's balcony in order to take a picture.
No hanging.
I forgot. We're not hanging.
This is not a quilt. This is an art.
This is good. Oh, sorry.
This is fiber art.
Fiber artist. Fiber artist. Should, yes. Can you see this, Lisa? Yes, we can see. Are we talking about this as in this message? Hello, Lisa.
She said yay earlier.
Oh, did she?
Uh-huh.
80 degrees, yes. Any questions for us while we're doing it? It's kind of a last minute
free for all.
Free for all. We're just hanging out. hope you guys are working on some projects. So if you got any questions that are work appropriate,
No, it doesn't have to be suitable for work.
feel free to ask.
Are you looking at the screen?
I am.
You should be able to knit without looking.
Seamus is upstairs.
And he just went to the vet.
Yeah, he just went to the vet. I mean, I can grab him because he was down here.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, Seamus equals ratings.
So Seamus was like 19 pounds, almost 20 pounds, like a couple of years ago. And this past week or so, we both noticed on different occasions and happened to talk to each other about it, that he looked kind of thin when he was standing, like around his midsection to his hind legs. We're just making it up. So he went to the doctor. I actually had bad dreams because Aaron was freaking me out that something might be wrong with him. But he went to the doctor, and the doctor says everything's okay.
Clear bill of health. Yes.
And he's only 17 point what?
17.9 pounds.
They said that's a big cat. I don't
He
think it's
is a big
cat.
kitty. He's a good kitty.
Oh my God, I couldn't have done that better.
Yeah, they said that he's big boned.
He had chicken this weekend.
He loves corn chips. That's his jam.
What's the nachos? Not nachos. What is
don't
it?
feed him nachos. Corn chips. Okay. There he is. He'll probably scurry away. Go do Seamus stuff. Go hang out with the birds.
DW Mitchell.
DW.
Well, hello, guys.
Hello.
Fellas. Trish says, oh my God, what a pretty kitty. You're not kidding.
He's a champion. No.
He was like, I saw him online, like there was a whole dating thing. And I saw him online, and I'm like, that's the one. Not you.
He saw me with beer goggles on.
I saw you with beer goggles, yes.
Robin, what are you working on? Are you
Is that our
cross-stitching?
Robin?
Yeah. Are you cross-stitching today, Robin? Our friend Robin started picking up cross-stitching, and she's doing a pretty kick-ass job at it.
Yeah, Robin.
Not pretty kick-ass. She is doing kick-ass.
He nags me. I want you to know, he nags me at least once a week about your bag for your. I have not forgotten. I just got to get through this trinket so long.
Yes. I already got the fabric for Robin, too. I should show it to her sometime. Or it could be a surprise. But
Do you want it to be a surprise?
I don't know.
Go show it to her.
Well, what if she doesn't like the fabric? So Robin asked us, Chip, to make her a bag for her cross-stitch stuff to put in.
Go show.
And she left me with picking out the fabric.
Go get it.
I'm going to. And when somebody leaves me to do stuff like that, I panic.
He panics.
I don't know where it is, though.
It's in a bag.
Plastic bag?
Yeah. It's to your left. No. Near the washer. Sorry. I know that's not fun. You're like,
no, it's just on top of here.
there you go. He's got it. All right, Robin. Thank you. I know it is an intense so long.
Yes. So Robin's going to be surprised. This is the fabric I picked out for her bag.
It is not.
It's not?
The inside.
Oh, this isn't the fabric I picked out for her bag. This is either something we owned or Vicky sent to us, one or the other.
No, Vicky sent that.
I'm sure Robin's husband would just be thrilled if that walked in the door.
I'm sure he would love it.
Okay, so one of them is this batik purple.
Not, what'd you call it?
Is it batik?
Mm-hmm.
Which is purple because Robin's favorite color is purple. And then I really like this one, so this one's a little bit different. And if we have to work on it, it's kind of like because she loves glitter too. So this was kind of sparkly. So everybody's saying yes. So
To what? The inside of the bag?
No, this. So I think this is going to be kind of cool. So we'll see what happens, and maybe we can make this the inside.
And Robin, I'm not charging you because I don't feel comfortable doing that.
Yes. So.
I'll charge strangers.
Stranger danger. Trying to see if we missed anything. Thank you. No more intense. Beautiful fabric choices. Thank you very much. Vicky, when people ask me to pick something out or leave things up to me, it is a mental struggle forever. Chip knows it's bad news bears. Even when it comes to go get me some potato chips. Well, what kind do you want? Do you want barbecue? Do you want the two?
No, there's just so many options.
There is too many options. I don't fangirl, but seriously, love you. Aw, Victoria, thank you very much. I'm assuming that's towards me, but I don't know. Again, my eyesight's very bad. So let's see
please, it's minor.
I don't fangirl, but seriously, okay. Cody is great, and yes, you should be following him. No, I know Cody. Is it Cody Knits? Did you not say Cody Knits earlier? That's probably what I know. Yes, we all watch Cody Knits. He is like one of the originals who started.
Honey, how old are you?
Me?
Yeah.
I am 29.
Mm-hmm. Oh, geez.
He's one of the. See, I don't understand that reference. I'm not that old. Yes, but Cody. Yes,
no,
I do.
You had it right first. You're not that old or young.
Yeah, I do watch Cody. So yes. What yarn did you buy?
When?
Z. I haven't bought any yarn recently. I'm trying to think.
Is that ZZ?
Z Zelda.
Yeah.
Hello, Zelda. Zelda's awesome. I love her. I will show you. I got some stuff from Will at Sparger Knits. Look at this, guys. Isn't it just gorgeous? It's going to be probably gorgeous together. So it's a Sparger Yarn Company, Spargur Yarn Company. And this one is a fingering lemon drop.
What'd you call me?
And this one is a fingering Dutch tulip. And it's 8010 super wash merino, cashmere, and nylon. It's so pretty. And I will probably show this on the podcast as well, just because I know not everybody tunes into this.
Or their jam.
Or, yeah, I mean, yellow's not everybody's jam, but I'm trying to get more bright in my life. Serial Knitters. I didn't get that from Sarah Knows, but yes, did everybody, well, the people watching, I'm looking for positive and honest feedback. If you didn't like something, I'm okay to take it in. Did everybody see the Serial Knitters side hustle I did this week, and what were your thoughts on it? And if you say it sucks, let me know why you think it sucks, because I'm thinking about doing a few more, because we have so many great yarn stores in the Puget Sound area. We have Tolt, we have Nifty Knitter, we have so much yarn in downtown Seattle. So I'm thinking about trying to do a few more, just so if people from out of town are in town, they can make it a destination of where they want to go.
Uptown, downtown.
Uptown, yes. So yeah, and would love some feedback and see if you want to see more stuff like that. If you don't, so let me know what is. You already heard what I thought. Yes, Chris, we know that you liked it, except for you said the music. The music was too chirpy.
I thought that was hilarious. Chris, you are an old fart.
We'll have Slayer as the next music for it. Yes, I did. Thank you, Z. Sharon, this was fun. Loads of info. Thank you, Lisa. It was great. Thank you, Fiber Frosting Designs. Fiber Frosting, is that Naomi?
You're asking me?
I want to say Fiber Frosting is Naomi. But if it's not, I apologize. Yep. Okay, Naomi, how you doing? I was thinking, yes, it did, and did a great job. Made me want to go back. Saw the side hustle, loved it. Great. It was great. I loved how you showed the whole store. Thank you, Z. I'm checking it out after this, but I'm sure it's great. Thank you very much. Maximum Yarnage. I like that name.
I do like that.
Maximum Yarnage. That's a cool name.
Okay, I don't throw out like superlatives just for the sake of superlatives, and I do like that name. Maximum Yarn.
Yarnage.
Yarnage.
Yes. Yes.
what is that? Maximum yardage. She is going to take that yardage to the max. Or he.
Oh, did you do the crawl, Naomi? I know there was a crawl this week, but I forget what stores were actually involved. And for those in the local area, I think I'm going to try to hit up some stores for the Puget Sound LYS tour, which sounds very exciting. And if you don't know what that is, we talk about it at the end of the last video at Serial Knitters.
So, okay. So this is me being fussy. I'm off just a little bit with my diamond, so I'm going to unpick it and redo it.
Okay.
Because that's the quality of my work.
We're different people.
I
don't know what I would have done, actually.
No, because it's like I can't see with my glasses.
Well, don't throw them. Yes, I'm sorry. I feel like I'm yelling. I feel like I'm having a Samuel L. Jackson.
You're like an old man trying to, we're calling long distance.
Don't call. Remember the days? I don't remember
Pass
this.
the phone. Pass the phone.
Pass the phone, and you would call like on Sunday nights, like
Tell him this.
After 8 o'clock because it was so expensive to make long distance calls.
When is Mother's Day?
Mother's Day is next Sunday, and I have nothing yet. Usually I can send my mother a gift certificate for something garden area.
Yeah, because you do it the day before.
No. Do it 2 days before. No, I love my mother. It's just
you know what the funniest thing about your mother?
We don't have children, and our families live nowhere near us. So holidays really sneak up on us because we're not thinking about, I don't know, that kind of stuff.
The funniest thing about his mother, she likes to garden, and she bought so many seeds, flower seeds one year. She, through a community on her nightly walk, would just put flower seeds in people's yards.
She would walk around and just start, I think, throwing seeds because she went to order a pound bag of some wildflower seeds, and I think a 10-pound bag came. So she's like, what am I going to do with all these seeds? So she kind of would go on her nightly walks and just throw them out.
I think Lisa said something about magic.
Man, let me start with Chris. South Sound and Peninsula was this weekend. Okay, then Beth said, yes, I saw the side hustle. I live in Portland and want to do a yarn crawl with my friend in the Seattle area. So it was just nice to see the store. Keep the side hustle. Thank you very much.
Well, maybe
Beth.
She could do it during the thing.
Chip, it's like magic, Lisa said.
Oh, I thought there was a tool she knew of.
No, you're a tool. Susan Proud Palestinian. Proud Palestinian said, Susan Bryan has great videos about blocking and knitting in general.
Cool down.
Thank you. I'm going to send myself a text about Susan Bryan. Susan, I appreciate that. Can you read some of the others?
Yeah.
Fiber pressing. Yep, all south of Seattle was fun, but so much driving. I get it. Our yarn stores aren't the closest ones. Mr. KCB, love side hustle serial knitters. Super fun. Makes me wish I visited the west side more often. There's nothing keeping you except for a pass, and it's summertime, so come on over. You can even come to our men's knit night, which is every Wednesday at So Much Yarn between the hours of 6 and 8, right in Pikes Place Market, Mr. KCB. So every Wednesday there's a men's knit night in Pikes Place Market at So Much Yarn. Z, happy Cinco de Mayo. Where are the margaritas?
That was yesterday.
No.
Is that today?
Taste the...
Ha! See? Do it right.
Nice. That's terrible. We never... I don't like margaritas. I don't like tequila.
I like margaritas.
Chips are drinkable.
I don't drink except for a couple times a year, and I like margaritas.
Oh, nice.
On the rocks with salt.
It's just not my thing. I like beer. I'm a beer guy. So happy Cinco de Mayo.
Or Red Bull and bourbon. Red Bull and bourbon.
Or whiskey. Whiskey bourbon.
Yeah.
Same.
Very tasty. Like an angel crying on your tongue.
I want a 35 gift card from a little nitty. Good job, Naomi.
What? What?
You too, Z. No, margaritas. WTG Fiber. Side hustle about knit night. I could we have a margarita last night.
So you have to get everybody's permission.
Yeah, I think for my knit nights, I talk to everybody, but I talk to
no.
Chris and two
I
other
saw a
guys.
picture and it looked like he was holding court.
Me?
Yes.
No, I sit at the end of the table when I go. I don't hold court. So some of those, there's a lot of people I haven't talked to, and I don't want to just run in there and go, "Hey, everybody!" But I do want to talk to the owner of So Much Yarn. That way, I can do it on a Wednesday, anyways, while I'm there for midnight, and maybe I'll talk to the gentleman about getting. I don't want to be up in everybody's face, but
knit. You're supposed to be able to knit.
Chris said I do hold court. I do not hold court. Whatever.
So I want to know how that $35 use your words.
Gift card.
A $35 gift card was won.
Yeah, goes to the
What did I miss?
Was it a raffle?
Janine wants a margarita as well. Chris had margaritas last night. He's what you call a drinker.
I think all we have is still Miller High Life. So all we have is the champagne of beers in the house.
Okay. Chris said as far as he's concerned, it's fine if you if you can film the knit night as long as you get before the beer and wine kick in.
That makes sense. Because there's a few adult beverages that flow every once in a while. So what? Who cares? It's a time to relax.
All right, so now
I'm all screwed up somewhere here.
I've got to make an arrow. So they have a suggested layout.
Speaking of side hustles, Chip, what happened to your side hustles?
Mine is just a lot of production. Like making sure that all the steps are making sense, and then all the post that goes involved. I mean, like it was sucking up a lot of time. And when it comes to like editing, that's your gig. That's not mine.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. It was a lot.
It's a lot of work, and so I would rather do my side hustles on smaller projects. This was just too much to do.
So you're still going to do a side hustle, just not continue with the Trinket Sew Along by Allison Glass.
I would love to do it again, but just condense the whole thing. I think that would make more sense.
Okay.
But I will say, like if I was leading a group or something, it was really good practice for like steps that might confuse people and, like what I could do in advance to get myself prepared. I enjoyed it. I mean, people have always said I should be a teacher. They have.
It just came off as people think I'm pretty. People think I'm pretty. So you agree? You think you're pretty?
Now you made me break my squirter.
I made you break your squirter. You're getting my yarn. This is my life, everyone. This is my life. If anybody would like to do, is that show Wife Swap still on? If anybody would like to do Wife Swap, you are more than welcome to sign an application with me, and we can get that going. Oh my god!
All I'm hearing is this, and not enough of this.
I've been faking it the whole time, so it looks like I'm really fast.
See, Victoria Hardwood, her quilt work has stalled, and she misses my inspiring videos, which they will be back. Yeah,
we taped.
There's another one.
There's another one that's up. We just haven't made it public, so we're gonna call it like the lost episodes. You should just release it sometime this week. I mean, what's the what? Who cares? What's the harm in that?
Right?
So that's your decision.
Okay, you know what time it is? Glue time.
Oh, it's glue time. I was really nervous about the glue thing, but it seemed like everybody else was all right with it.
No, it's water soluble. if you were going to do this in a project, you would then put it in the washing machine, and then the water would make it go away. It's water soluble.
Robin said I technically hold court at work too. That is I don't do that. Do I? I don't think so. I
don't doubt it.
That's my personality. She said, just saying. Janine said, I'm like you guys. I rarely drink. In my past, I probably drank enough for everybody. So I just kind of had to slow down for a while.
No, he's old now. He takes medication. So
my drinking is my Xanax, my heart pills.
He does not take Xanax all the time. It's not going to turn into one of those videos where, we need help and thanks for your support.
Your support, yes. Z asked, are you going to make a time lapse of putting all the squares together?
That is a good idea.
That's a very good idea, Z.
I love that. That's because she's on the same wavelength as me.
She is.
Yes, I think. Now look what you made me do.
Again, if anybody wants to sign up for a wife swap or husband swap, I am more.
Yeah, why did you come up with wife swap?
Because that's the name of the show.
Oh.
They don't have husband swap. It wasn't a play on your manhood or anything or your masculinity.
I'm not saying anything. I sewed the wrong side.
Any other questions while we're here? Knitting, sewing.
Wait, so is anybody actively?
Yeah, is anybody
or
working
are you
on things?
Vicariously engaged with your activity, your craft, vicariously through us? You're actively engaged with your craft of choice by vicariously watching us do ours. No, wait, somebody was on under deck. Who was that?
I thought it was Beth, but maybe I'm wrong.
She was on her deck.
I have a terrible short-term
doing
memory.
socks.
Doing swaps. Yeah, hopefully everybody's working on something.
I can't see.
Put on the glasses.
Well, I can't see when close. Time lapse. It's your job to hold court, and I'm just gonna have to call her Maxi Yarn, not Maximum Yarnage. That's Maxi Yarn.
MY.
Betty Thomatis, how do you stop the yarn from splitting while you are knitting?
I don't know. I've been lucky enough that I've only had a few yarns that split on me, and most of them were acrylics. So that hurt. Just put my elbow into a whole bunch of pins. Anyways. The last few projects I've done has been all like wools and stuff like that. Nothing split. Wait, I take it back. It wasn't splitting, but I don't know if you saw a podcast a couple months ago. I had some Brooklyn tweed quarry that when I was knitting with, it just came apart, like we said, like cotton candy. And I couldn't do anything about it. But it happened on the last 6 stitches of me trying to finish off a hat. So it wasn't that big a deal. But if I started like working with it right at the beginning when it started to do that, I probably just would have returned it. But I finished the hat and it's all that. But I really haven't had splitting yarn problems. So I'm sorry I'm not the best one to take care of that question.
But isn't there something like you could put on your hands?
Well, then how are you supposed to, if you put something on your hands?
No, like something like an oil or something, if your hands are conditioned?
No, because every time my hands are damp, moist, whatever, the yarn doesn't
play nice.
Yeah, it gets stuck. So that's.
I don't know. That's your gig.
That's yeah. So yeah, you don't want to do that.
Well, see, I would do that. So like if I'm not getting. I could put some tacky stuff on my fingers, kind of like what you do when you're dealing with money, and I could use that tacky to move my fabric.
Okay. Maximum Yarnage, I'll swap chip, can have my hubby. Woohoo! Robin's stitching right now. Naomi's knitting a
Where am I
baby
going?
hat.
Where
Where
am I going?
Where does maximum yardage live first? Because we don't want to like go to Delaware.
No, it's Maxi Yarn.
Maxi, is it? Oh, Matt, that's what you shorten it to, Maxi Yarn. Now, Mr. KCB taking a break from the first ever brioche scarf. I have not done brioche yet.
Why?
Because it looks a little intimidating, and I'm not sure if I found a pattern of brioche that I want to do yet. Even though Jimmy sent me a pattern of a Stephen West sweater that's in brioche, so I need to learn it. So I feel like he did the right thing by giving me this pattern. So I want to do that, which is
maybe it was to encourage you.
Cow because not enough is enough already. So sounds like brioche might be a little pain in the ass for Mr. KCB. So I'm sorting Safeway Monopoly pieces before Tuesday's deadline. Is it Tuesday the Monopoly deadline? I wasn't as invested this year. Usually every year I get like tons of aluminum foil for free and donuts. And this year I think we've got one free donut and like a 50-cent coupon for aluminum foil. So this year's Monopoly Safeway wasn't the best for me. Chris says, yay, brioche.
You sound like old ladies.
Lisa, Aaron, I love your knitting action without the needles. Thank you. Are the needles sharp? These needles, these are my Zings by Knitter's Pride. And to me, they're sharp. They're my first metal or aluminum needles. I absolutely love them. I actually won them through Stacy. I'm using my words. I had to think. Stacy from Mary Pick Knits. She had a contest last year, and I actually won them. So these have been my go-to #1 needles ever since I got them. So I think they're sharp, but some of the wood needles that I have are pointier, but these let my yarn slide a lot better. So if you are semi on a budget and can't do the whole addies and stuff like that, which I don't have or anything, these Zing needles I would recommend because they're the needle of choice for fiber hustle at the moment.
Oh my Lord, we are not sponsored.
No, we're not sponsored by anyone. If you can double knit brioche, it's a lot easier. I should learn how to double knit. What inspired you guys to do a quilt with my? I gotta put on my thing. This is sad. I'm getting old, and now I can't see because there's schmutz in the way. What inspired you guys?
Which I don't see it.
It's Victoria. Oh, was inspired by you guys to do a quilt with my crochet granny square.
Oh,
it's
good.
really done. I love it. Oh, wait, I can't wait to see that. So if you have the Instagram or whatever, tag us in it or send me a DM at least so we can see it. I'd love to see it.
Have been asking him to make one.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like them because they're
granny squares.
Those type tend to be heavier. And I like when I'm cozying up, whether it's to sleep or on the couch.
I made a huge granny square.
I love a very heavy blanket.
This was the very first big project I made. So this blanket is very large. It's a little bit older now, but yeah. So this was the very first crochet blanket project I made. Or wait, did I make yours first?
You made mine first.
I made Chip's same exact colors, but his is not a granny square. It's stripes all the way down, which looks really cool. But they're getting older.
No, but I mean, like that's totally. They wash up real nice.
Yeah, when we wash them the first time, they're so soft.
Especially in the winter, and you put a freshly dried Afghan on. Oh my God.
Yeah, you're like pure luxury. You're an old lady. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate it.
No, who's like, I don't like happy music.
Yeah, Chris is like 42 in a few weeks, but been an old person since 1977.
He's gonna be 42?
No, Mr. KCB.
Oh.
Bethany, what are the square needles like to knit with? I was thinking of getting a pair. The square needles. Betty, ask again. The square needles? I don't have any square needles. All mine are just round. So if I did say we're square, I apologize for any confusion. Janine, I'm working on The Cosmic Cow by Helen. Was that Shrimpton? I'll have to check that one out.
The what? What is she making?
She is making The Cosmic Cow.
I like the sound of it.
I do. Victoria, I will definitely tag you as you are responsible for the loveliness. Thank you.
You know what would be nice if you could, with these live things, if people could also go live?
Like a Skype kind of situation?
Like for a whole full-on group thing.
Well, that would be a Google chat, wouldn't it?
Would it?
I'm asking you, Mr. I've used Google Chats before. I have never.
So yeah, you can do group chats.
Well, one day we should do it sounds like it would be an awesome disaster, but do a Google Hangout. That way, but I think if everybody starts talking, though, I don't know how that would.
You could have a moderator.
True, you can have a moderator.
And you can just slip the teacher the notes. Ooh, I like that.
We have Lisa. Lisa has an Instagram, can add people on live. And it says show and hide. I don't know what this means.
Oh, okay. I think I understand that.
So we should do it on Instagram next time? Or
wait, Instagram can add people on live. Do the show.
You want me to hit show right now?
I should hit it?
I should do it? See, I am an old person. See, I don't know what just happened.
I don't know either.
I don't know what's happening. I'm a mess. And it's Zoom. She's an amazing pattern and video help. How do I pronounce this name? I'm so sorry. Lotte?
Lot?
Lot? That doesn't sound right.
It sounds like lock. Lot.
Okay. Hi from Spain. Hello.
Okay, this one's done.
Oh, I love it.
Why do I just hold my pinky out?
From Spain, tip for brioche: start by practicing in the round clockwise till you understand the stitches. It's much easier in the round. Oh, I would definitely try that because, yeah, I want to try brioche. It's just a little intimidating right now, and I don't have the right pattern to start with, so I should probably start a scarf or something. Lisa says, I don't know what the show thing was. Lisa, it came from you, so. And
What are you showing us?
What are you showing? What's happening? I agree, brioche is much easier in the round. So that sounds good. Nice. I have lost my knitting somewhere within all the hustle and bustle. Oh, there it is. Okay.
All right.
Aaron?
No, I was thinking of one of my jokes.
Oh, you got to prepare. You got to prepare for your jokes.
No, somebody asked me the other day at work, like, what's your favorite coffee? And I said, hot.
Here's a fun fact about me that everybody's like, what? I have had literally this much coffee in my entire life. When I was probably 21, I drank about 3 ounces of coffee and said, not my thing. And I
Was there milk in it?
I think it was a Snickerdoodle.
Ooh.
So that's the last time I ever had coffee. And those people at work, Robin, I love you. There are truly people at work that say, not now, I haven't had my coffee.
I love that. What's wrong with that?
I'm like, well, I just had like 12 ounces of water, so I think we can start the day.
Aww.
But yes, they make me laugh, and I just don't understand it because I picked the total wrong city to live in if I don't drink coffee. Anything.
Do you feel better for?
Do I feel more superior to people?
No, feel better for getting that out.
I do. Well, we were talking about coffee, and I'm just like, coffee is just not my thing.
Coffee is. I can't handle it. My stomach can't handle it if it's not.
Z said Zoom is a good way to conference. So
now, what do people actually think of the idea of like computer assisted communities? So like right now, this is a one-to-many conversation.
Yeah.
With one-to-many on chat too, not just video. But like when you're talking many to many, then that gets a lot more complicated. Does that break down the possibility of having good community? Or does that promote it?
That's a good question, because you can't have everyone trying to say something at one time, and then you don't want to limit people. Like, Z, your question could be asked between the hours of 1:03 and 1:04 or something like that. Like,
well, I think it's moderated, right?
I think it would be a fun thing to do, like a Sunday craft hour for sewers and knitters to get together. For the people that don't like to leave their house, don't have a community near them, because like we go to knit nights here and they're fun. There's like some people. I go to knit nights. There's some people around the table, but I don't know if we should try a virtual one just as a 1 hour in a few months just to see how it goes. Get a bunch of people in a room and just work on projects. And I don't know if that would be awkward for people, because I don't know if you can see everybody. And
well, okay, so I do recognize that there are some channel followers who, I mean, it's a community of online podcasts. So like a lot of people seem to watch the similar ones or are familiar with certain podcasts. So it's like, and then they start knowing each other.
Yeah.
So like I've witnessed where people are like, they already knew each other. Like Carrie in Oregon.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like this combo, but I'm going to try it.
Okay. Hello from West Virginia. Love the videos. Thank you, Rodeo Knits. We appreciate that.
Hey, so for any of our quilting fans
Thank you,
out
Robin.
there, so the Quilting Cowboy apparently is trying to get on Ellen, which I think is cool. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm jealous. I want to be dancing with Ellen.
Is that our goal? To dance with Ellen?
And that's not my goal.
Mr. KCB says, is this group chat window going to look like the Brady Bunch intro with all the webcam windows?
No, for that comment, he gets the center square.
That's what
his name?
He goes, who calls Alice center square?
No, I was thinking, what's the one who is the very flamboyant one who would get the center square?
Not Jim J. Bullock. Is it Jim J. Bullock? Or is it Paul Lynn?
Paul Lynn.
Yeah, Paul Lynn. Susie said the slow knitter always talks about the virtual knit nights using Zoom. Sounds interesting. Victoria Hardwood said virtual knit night. What? Yeah, it's just something that, I don't know. I tried Zoom first time last week. Z, what'd you think? I'm probably just wanted to wet my feet. I spent 2.5 hours on that sucker.
Oh my God, just trying to get
it has
going?
All the squares with all of us. Okay. Hi, guys. Love your podcast. Thank you, Will. We love Will.
Will, you already missed it.
It's Will S. Knits, so it's probably a different Will. But you know what? We love this Will as well. Brady Bunch.
Will as well.
So yeah, give us a few weeks or so to think about a virtual knit day or
that would
night.
have to be definitely
It'd have to be
craft specific.
What else would there be?
I've got a hot iron.
Like an OnlyFans or something?
I knit or I don't knit.
It's craft specific. You can sew, you can knit, you can crochet, you can
you can do it.
Cross stitch.
Or
what's the thing that Ross is into now from Smells Like Yarn? The diamond painting. You can do any craft you want. It doesn't even have to be that. So, yes. Good times. We are coming up on an hour almost.
See, I've got all day. We can go 8 hours on this.
You can go.
No.
8 hours
so apparently YouTube, if you're doing these live things, you can do 8 hours.
Can you really?
Yeah.
Oh, those are for probably the gamers. Those kids that sit there and do all their things.
What'd you call me?
Gamers. Oh my gosh. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else?
No. Well, what's going on in the chat room?
That's where that's where it ended up. Everybody's talking about Brady Bunch and how Zoom would end up like the Brady Bunch.
All right, so we all know that we're going to step back and is that where we ended? What are you laughing at?
No, Victoria said it was late there in the UK, but she is up for a chat.
Aw. Hey, is she watching?
Will asked what you're sewing since he came in a little bit later.
Is my pattern here? No, it's up on my desk upstairs.
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
So it's the Allison Glass Trinket Sew Along. So I've already done like 50 or 60 blocks, but I've done 40, 80. I've done maybe 90, but I have 200 to make total.
Now, the pattern doesn't call for 200, but he's a little bit extra, and he's making this quilt into art.
It's not going to be a lay-down quilt.
Yes.
It's going to be a stand-up quilt.
It's going to be a stand-up quilt. Can I show some of these that you made today?
Yeah.
So here are some of the ones that he made today in blue.
So right now I'm just working all in blues.
And I don't know if you
This
all
is paper piecing.
follow us on Instagram, but on Instagram we have a bunch of black and white ones.
Are some of the most recent ones.
Yeah, some of the most recent ones. And just for those people who don't have Instagram, we do have a Fiber Hustle Facebook. So if you're not an Instagram person, we are on Fiber Hustle on Facebook. A couple months ago, I actually put Fiber Hustle in Ravelry, which I don't know how active I'm going to be on there, but we do have Fiber Hustle on Ravelry. Fiber Hustle on Instagram.
We're thinking about doing I do so much.
I don't tweet, so
I do so much ideation when I'm thinking about a quilt that I'm making and I'm not going by someone else's pattern. I get a lot of ideas. It's just part of the creative process. Online, I'll look for things that I like and just go for that. That gets my creative juices flowing. But I always usually download the pictures, and then that's not accessible, especially if your computer ever dies. So I think I'm going to start a Pinterest with different categories. And it's like, people enjoy that. It's like you've done the work for them.
I still don't know what Pinterest is. I know the name. I'm not like that out
How
of
old
it.
are you?
But 29. But yes, 43. I don't tweet. I don't Pinterest. And I got my Instagram, and that's pretty much all I need.
But anyway, so on this, you use a pattern right there, and it's like coloring your blocks. So you actually sew on this side, put your fabric on this side, and so like I've sewn on this one, and the paper goes here, and then I'll sew my pieces together, and then you wind up with a block.
Will asked if we have any recommendations for sewing machines. Will, are you brand new sewer, or have you not even dabbled in it, or have you been sewing for years and just want to upgrade? That will help mostly Chip.
Listen to you. That's really great. First question.
Chip will
That's a follow-up.
give you a suggestion. So if you want to let us know if you're a brand new sewer, or if you've been doing it for years and just looking to upgrade, then we can give you. And like, what are your goals for sewing? Is it going to be quilts? Is it going to be garments? Is it going to be like leather belts or anything
Who
like
are
that?
you?
Did I impress you?
Yes, I am very impressed.
So let us know. I feel like we need to get Chip to try knitting machines. I want to try a knitting machine.
You know, my mom gave me one, and it was secondhand to me. But the problem was it wasn't all the pieces.
Oh.
But it was one of the ones not like this. It was one of the ones like this.
Okay.
So it was like a sweater machine, the ultimate sweater machine. It was purple or something.
While we're waiting for Will, I want to show you this pattern that I got yesterday that I ordered. It probably is not going to interest anybody but myself, but I saw these in this person's Instagram, and then I was like, I have to have them. So sometime this summer, I'm going to attempt these Kiss gloves.
Oh, you bought that?
I did buy this pattern, and I am ecstatic to try them. And I can't show you that, but that's the back of them. So I'm very excited about those.
Was that a printed pattern or a download?
It was a download pattern. Okay. Will said, yes, I have an antique sewing machine from my grandma. I just want to get started, and I want to do quilts and garments.
Okay. So has he made anything on it? Will, have you made anything on your grandmother's machine? I mean, it depends on like you. My idea is you're already a crafter, so you know that. How long have you been knitting?
Not knitting, sewing.
No, I understand that. Is he a knitter or a sewer?
Oh, I don't know. Vicky Neal said Will should check out a Janome.
A Janome. So yeah, so
Bye, Robin.
It depends on how committed you are to it, and then I would get the most machine for the money. Like go with what you could budget, but get the most machine for your money, because for me, I find that the more machine, the better the machine, the less you have to know. And like sometimes my Bernina just makes me look like a rock star, because I know that I don't always do everything perfect.
Yeah. He's also a knitter, so he's been knitting for a year. Welcome to the knitting community as well, Will. I've been knitting for July will be 2 years. It's crazy. I've been knitting for 2 years and probably crochet for 3, but I haven't really crocheted anything lately.
You know what? And it's really funny. I mean, like when you look back, and now all of a sudden it's like what you know.
Mm-hmm. And there's still so much more to know that it's kind of insane. Proud person, I actually knit and sew. However, I haven't sewed anything for about a year. I have so much sewing, UFOs. It's crazy. 3 quilts, 2 tailored suits,
Ooh.
And interfaced. Wow.
Okay, so who is this?
That is the Proud Palestinian.
Holy hell, Batman.
That's a lot of UFOs.
Well, I'm just impressed with the lining. That scares me.
That's exciting. I think so. Looks like the questions are dying down, so if you have any more, let us know.
Well, what about Game of Thrones?
Yes. That's all that matters. It's a few more hours.
Okay, everybody was posting about Arya.
Good job, Victoria.
What?
She said she taught myself to crochet when I was 8, and she's 57 now. I started everything late. I didn't start knitting or crocheting until like 3 years ago.
Yeah, I wish I had started a lot sooner.
Yeah, me as well. But
I wouldn't have been. I don't think I would have been as successful because of the lack of YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube has helped me do everything.
Like, it is my classroom.
YouTube helped me knit and crochet. Tara, the lady I took a knitting class with, helped me. Yes, at a big box store, helped me get the cast on and everything from there. Everything else has been YouTube, so I really appreciate her. Chip, have you sewn PJs for YouTube? Yes, he has. The PJ bottoms he has.
So much so that somebody wore it out. And no,
he says, read my post above. Don't forget. Where is the above? You can't go without saying, okay. Okay. The colorway is
okay. You can't see it, but when my machine turns on, you can do a customized greeting, and I say, "Come on, Bernina, let's get stitching."
That's funny.
I love that. Actually, it says it on my long arm upstairs.
So yes, he has done PJ bottoms for us.
I have made prototype jeans. I have made a jacket, an army jacket. I have made many shirts.
Yeah, you made many. You still wear them. I still wear the one you made me.
I mean, the first thing I made was pillows, and that was just to remember how to sew. And then I put a zipper in,
And those pillows just got retired probably a week ago. Or
Yeah.
no, probably about a month ago they got retired.
I've got to make new ones.
Yes. I'm trying to teach myself to knit. What is the trick to using cable needles? I would like cable needles as in like ones in the round. I'm just trying to make sure that that is what you're asking.
That's all you.
There's really no trick to it. You just got to make sure you have the right, yes, in the round. You just got to make sure you have the right size of needle for what you're doing. So most of them come, I think, within 16, 32, and 40. So obviously you don't want to knit a hat on a 40-inch cable because the cable is going to be like this long and your hat's going to be like probably that big. So make sure you use 16-inch circular needles for that. But if you're doing something like a shawl or something like that, you probably want to do a 40-inch. That way you can go back and forth and your project's not on 16 all bunched up. I get nervous talking about this stuff, so there's probably many videos and stuff on YouTube, but just make sure you're using the right cable for the right project. And majority of the patterns are going to tell you to use like a 16-inch cable or DPNs if you don't have cable needles. I am not me personally, DPNs kind of put me on a fit of rage because I obviously am not using them properly. So that's why I do everything on a cable. And I'm trying to do even...
Is it that you're not doing it properly or you're not comfortable?
I'm not comfortable doing it. And I'm starting to get a little bit less hateful against magic loop. Like my last sleeves I did in my sweater, I get all the way down. So I do 16-inch till I get about here. Then I switch to 12-inch. That looks really good. It's like a bow tie. 12-inch circular needles to about here. Then I start doing magic loop, which I'm assuming most everybody probably does magic loop all the way down. But I love doing things in the round so much that, yeah, I use 16-inch, then 12-inch circulars, which I think are Chow Goos that are a pair of 5 millimeters. And then I start doing magic loop just on the cuffs. DPNs are like fighting with an octopus. That is very, very true.
Why is that?
And funny enough, 3 project bags of my knitting, I'm completely captivated by knitting lately. Nothing wrong with that. Partly because I'm new to knitting, but mostly because I can't knit while doing other things. I get it. I'm so addicted to this. I'm probably going to go out soon and do some yard work. Then I'm probably going to sit out in the sun and do some more knitting. It's just... it relaxes me. When I'm not knitting, I'm playing guitar. If I'm not playing guitar, I'm knitting or doing something like that.
See, for me, knitting gives me anxiety, whereas sewing relaxes me. Like, I get my flow. Like, I find myself in a flow. But whereas knitting is like you're constantly doing the same thing over and over and over. Even if you're working with color work, it just, to me, it's very repetitive. Whereas this, I mean, like, I'm all over the place, and that helps with my brain.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
What else?
When I sew, I need to concentrate more. But when I'm knitting, I can knit while I watch Netflix or YT. I don't know what YT is, but yeah, I understand the whole thing.
YouTube.
Yes, there it is. I crochet and have several whips, but knitting seems to be my calling. Yes, I totally 100% get that. All right.
Ooh,
nice.
That one's fun. So this one's going to be across.
Ooh, across what?
Across the block.
I can't.
Now, these are like bubbles.
Nice.
So I'm going to complain a little bit because I got some fabric and I don't remember where I ordered it from. And it came in all smelling like incense.
I don't like the smell of incense.
So, like, this project, like, there's certain fabric that I have, and it's like, when you're working with certain manufacturers, you get to know their fabric smell. Whereas this one, like, actually, when I did my one quilt with all of the colorful batiks, like, the smell came back. when I was working with the iron and everything, the smell came back, and I was just like, oh my God, I remember how much I loved this fabric. Whereas this was like, it's pretty, but it just smells like incense. And I'm like, I don't know. I wonder if I bought that on Etsy.
From a head shop or something.
You would think.
Yeah.
Do you guys ever get like yarn that doesn't smell so good? Like I know wet yarn can smell like a wet sheet.
I have been lucky. I haven't had any stuff, except for stuff I got like secondhand. I'm kind of like, was this in the basement for a while? Or
I will never do that $1 a pound thing again, because it's like all these people that donate their fabric and their yarn from 100 years ago, and it was their grandma's best friend's neighbor who died. And then all of a sudden, people, especially in the Pacific Northwest, they don't want to throw anything away.
no,
So
we
everything
don't like
goes
things in
to this
landfills.
bazaar, and it's supporting some kind of guild. And then all of a sudden, all that old, dusty, and it's like, you think about it on like a real pretty sunny day in your own house, the sun's coming in, and you can see the little particles in the air. You're in that civic hall with ages worth of like all of that
Black
old
lung.
lady dead particle dust. I will never go there again.
You were terrible.
Okay, so is it Katisha? She just bought some llama yarn today that smells like the barn where she bought it from. Is that a good thing or not so much?
It means it's fresh. I don't know actually, but I'm assuming maybe if you block it with some liquid, some light liquid, it'll smell a little bit better.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
So
It smells. She says it smells.
Lisa
good.
said you're a grandpa, Aaron, and Beth likes the portability of knitting.
Yes. Why am I?
Oh, she likes the barn smell. She's barn.
Nice.
She's natural. What else? It smells like a barn wood.
I gotta get out there and weed eat here in a little bit.
Victoria, she likes my comment, old lady smells. It smells like Gina Tay.
What is that?
My grandmother, who is now no longer with us, she would get that Gina Tay bath bubble, and they also made a Gina Tay. It was like, drugstore perfumey
okay.
products. Oh my God.
Very 80s.
Okay, Z just put this whole thing to a stop. She said she's off to a barbecue and she wants to have a wonderful Sunday.
Have a very good barbecue.
And Victoria is an old lady. And she says she smells good, but sometimes you can't smell your own brand.
I'm sure she smells lovely.
All right, I think we're going to wrap up here. I think we should make this like kind of a habit where it's just easy breezy. We're doing our You need to learn how to knit without looking. Yeah, but I think this is fun. It doesn't have to be like forever and ever.
No, we appreciate everybody for stopping by, saying hello. It was kind of a last minute. Let's just go live because it's a nice day outside. And
that makes sense.
Because it's a nice day. We're like, we want to go inside. But no, thank you everybody for joining. And we will talk to you later about probably podcast next week. And hopefully we'll have some
It's going to be tight because I've got construction to do.
Maybe we won't podcast next week. We'll figure out something. But okay. We have no sign off.
Yes, it'll be saved to rerun. Yep.
All right.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Have a great day. Happy Cinco de Mayo.
Now here's where we become old people. How do you turn this off? Where is it?
End stream. Oh yeah, we're short. Bye.